our participation and getting to know you ladies a little bit more each month, and recognizing you guys for taking that time out of your business. And I really, really enjoy that. And we are greatly appreciative to Paula Seif from home office that she takes her time out, that we're able to schedule this time with her. And Rachel has been helping me on these calls, and she is a senior director on my lineage also. So we've been teaming up to make these calls as the best that we can and the most informative in the amount of time, so that you get things out of it. And we want you to use these tools. And again, I'm recognizing you for participation, and we recognize you whenever you are sending us the completion of the tasks or the assignments per se that we request. And we're not doing it for us, we're doing it for you, because we want you to be successful. Okay, because we know that you guys all rock on my team, and it's so hard. The biggest thing, my challenge, is to challenge you guys because you do so well. So it's always trying to up that challenge for my team because you all are awesome. So introducing Paula from home office. If you don't know her, you will get to know her through these calls, and when you go to national conference, you get to see her.
Yay.
Hi, everyone. It's a great crowd. Yeah, I think we have a few more than we had on last time, so the numbers keep building. I love that. So tell your friends, ladies. Tell your friends about the calls. And, you know, I think the purpose of doing these nighttime calls, not just to reinvest a little bit of time in your business and then also in some personal development, but it is to kind of connect with your peers that you can see here on the screen. Because, you know, ultimately you will be going to conference, right? And it's fun to put the face to the name and the name to the face, learn from each other, your ideas. You guys are the gurus out there. You might think that home office has all the answers. We don't. We lean on folks like Amy and Rachel all the time for insight and intel, if you will, to kind of give us some of the thoughts and the feelings out in the field. And so tonight, you know, last time we talked a lot about planning, and I will tell you, I learned a lot from Rachel on the call. I did a few calls after your call, and we talked about the 4 buckets to put on the calendar. We talked about the non-negotiables. We talked about self-care, right? Mm-hmm. We talked about IPAs, and we talked about parties, right? That to me was brilliant, and to color code those on your calendar. So how many of you left the call and filled out your March, April, and May calendars color coded with those 4 buckets? Well, a couple. Yeah. So great. You know, it's a great feeling to know that your calendar is set for the season. And it's really easy to breathe a sigh of relief once you have all of these things set in place, because it helps you start with a systematic approach to your business. So for those of you who haven't taken that calendar blocking challenge, I definitely would. Don't delay. It doesn't take long. And ladies, I will be honest with you, the only person that's going to make you do the things you need to do for your business is you. So you're taking the time out to get on this call, to listen, to gather ideas. It doesn't mean anything if you don't take action after the call. If you don't get off the call and do the things that these rock stars are suggesting that you do to help you enhance your business. So if you haven't done those calendars, it's essential that you do. One of the things that home office was driving this past week was the 4 New Hostess Challenge. How many of you took that?
I did. I got 2.
2? Anybody have luck with 3?
Cindy Marburger.
D.
She had 7.
Wow. And
they're in April and May.
That's okay. We're doing 3 months at a time now.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Sherry, I saw you were going to say 1. Fantastic. Keep going.
Yay!
Don't stop. So now that you have these new hostesses, or you're building your way to new hostesses, what's next? We have the April planning tool that's typically out there. Actually, Rachel, you started a conversation at home office today. I mean, we're going to try and get it out sooner.
It was out there. I saw it.
Well, it was out there, and we realized that it was a boo-boo that it was out there, and it wasn't.
Oh.
And it usually comes alongside the In Focus magazine. But that's too late, because if we want to start pre-planning, April 1st,
Agreed.
too late to have a calendar, right?
Mhm.
So for the sake of tonight, Rachel can share her screen.
Yep. And actually, Paula, I did play with Canva a little bit, and I made the April one. I don't know if Amy told you yet or not, but I cheated, and I altered 31s.
She did.
So if you can see that.
And she made one for us. Yay!
So can you guys see my screen?
And everybody should have got the attachment in an email. If you didn't see it yet, click on there so you can have your own until they get one to us.
Yes. Beautiful job.
Why, thank you. Why, thank you. I apologize for cheating, but we were looking at the leadership one, and it was just a little bit too confusing for the purpose of this call. So I went ahead and played with my Canva skills and tested them out a little bit. So Amy, why don't you take it from here, and I'll kind of go like this while you're talking so people can see where you're going. And can everybody see my screen okay?
Yes.
We'll turn it like this so we can see it better.
All right, Amy,
That's
take
good.
it away.
Okay. These monthly planners are going to be where you find your marketing tools for each month. So right now in March, this tool is for March is available. And we're hoping to have each one available a little bit sooner. So the April one, and each are going to look similar, okay? But the monthly planner is giving us, first you want to put your why in there. Everybody knows about my why and that it does change. So put that in. Maybe it's your why of the month. Maybe it's your big why, okay? Until it changes, you need to write that down. It might be in your head somewhere. It might be posted up on your wall in your office, but put it on your planner. Put it right there in front of you. And then you see next to that, it has the specials. It has our customer specials, has our hostess specials, okay? And what I like about this sheet, it's very simple, it's clean, and everything's right here for us to plan, okay? And then the next box is our personal goal. How many parties do you want to book in April? How much money do you want to sell?
What's the answer to that? What's the answer to that, everyone?
4.
Or
So if,
Unless you're a leader, and then more.
yes.
So if you have 4 parties, what's our average? What do we want our average spend to be?
100
Per,
Per
customers.
person.
okay? And how many people are supposed to that we want attending?
10.
10.
Okay. So what would that make each party?
1,000.
Okay, so
Personal
What
volume 4,000.
exactly. So that would be totally awesome. It's a goal, okay? It is obtainable. If you don't obtain it, it's okay. Don't beat yourself up. You're going to go to May and you can put those same goals, okay? It's a goal, okay? You're not going to get in trouble if you don't meet your goal. It would be awesome, but if you don't, it is okay. How many, does anyone know why we want to sponsor? And how many team members they would want each month? Anybody want to chime in?
I like to grow my paycheck.
Okay, yep.
2 new team members a month.
And yes, two new team members is a good one. You want at least one, okay? And
One-
if the more parties we do, and in front of, I'm sorry?
If one keeps you, like, one helps you stay stable in case one falls off, but two helps you grow.
Very good.
Yay, Jen. They're in the car on their way from home from Leadership University, by the way. So that's dedication right there.
Yes, it is.
Woo-hoo.
And I'm glad they're able to make it on the call. With sponsoring, you want to do it always right away. I know some of you may not have sponsored yet, and that's okay, but always, always offer the opportunity, because if someone didn't offer it to me, I'd be still sitting in a job that I don't like. If they didn't offer it to you, where would you be? Okay, what would your life look like if no one ever offered it? So offer it. It's our job to offer. It's their job to accept or decline. Okay, so don't think sponsorship is scary. And if you're not a leader, it's your leader's job to help you to help the new consultant. So don't think, oh my goodness, I don't know all these things, and it's okay. All right. So let's put 2 there for our goal. Okay. And these are just goals. It's nothing scary. It's just in right. You can write it in pencil if you want. You don't even have to write it in ink. Don't be scared. Celebrate the no. I will ask. And what I love about this is that underneath that little square, it tells you where to go to help you with this. Go to TOT, learn, and then responding to the yes or no. Okay, if there's
nice.
a worksheet, print it out. It's awesome. Okay, it's going to have, if they say no, whatever the objection is, it actually tells you different ways that you can go around the objection and try to get the yes. But like Rachel and I were discussing, you got to hear at least 10 no's to get 1 yes. Wasn't that our numbers, Rachel?
Right.
That's one of the permits.
So not just 10 reach outs, guys. So if you send 10 messages tonight or tomorrow and you don't get any responses, well, then you don't have any no's. So you can't get to your yes yet. You have to have 10 no's, not just 10 reach outs.
And actually, that's the industry standard. 1 in 10 will say yes. That means you'll get 9 no's. But at 31, our average, quite honestly, is every 2 in 8 will say yes, because we're that much better. So you should hear about 8 no's before you get to 2 yeses.
Especially in person. I mean, guys, I go to a party with 8 to 10 people and I bring 3 booking gifts. And if I don't get 3 bookings, it's usually a surprise to me. Occasionally it doesn't happen, but my goal is 3 bookings for 8 to 10 people there. So in person is even easier.
And then on here, you want to ask them, and here we go with that. You want to print out that document because it goes through this process exactly. Well, if they don't want to host, well, then let's get them to shop, okay? Or if they don't want to join, let's get them to host. So there's a process. We want them to do one of the 3 things. So if you're talking to someone, they don't want to join, this isn't the right time, but they'll host a party for you. But if they don't want to host a party, you know what? They love the thermal that's on sale. They love the family thermal, so they're going to go ahead and shop. So that responding to yes or no is going to walk you through exactly these 3 things for the one person that you contacted, okay? They may not do any, but let's try to at least them do one of the 3.
And there's a 4th one, guys, that is always a sure thing. So if they don't want to join, which is the elevator approach, first thing you want to do is ask them to join. If they don't want to join, ask them to host, right? Because that's the second best thing we could do for them, is that they could get so much for free. The third best thing we have to offer is all the great product at a great price. And lastly, ask them for a referral.
Oh, yeah.
There's always that.
Yes. But the sheet is perfect. It walks you right through it. in the verbiage, so don't be scared. And who will I contact? Who knows about the Franks list? You're going to hear that a million times. Again, on the bottom, you go to TOT, learn, book, who do you know? It's going to walk you through people maybe you didn't think of. Church friends, family friends, neighbors, people you work with, your husband's work friends, daycare, preschool, school. I mean, there's a million things that you just not off the top of your head you're going to think of that person, but by going through the who do you know list, you will definitely have people on that list. So you might be way over that little tiny space. You're probably going to need a whole separate sheet of paper because you're going to know a lot more than that.
Or a whole notebook.
Yeah, exactly.
You did a good job on this, Rachel.
Thank you. Amy helped me too. I couldn't find this graphic very easily, so she tossed that over while I was working on it. Teamwork. Teamwork makes the dream work.
So what the incentives, the biggest incentive that we have all the time, without a doubt, is wishes. Okay? You get 400 wishes points per PICA and 200 for every $1,000 in PV during your quick start period. So I don't know.
Every $1,000 you sell, you get your personal volume plus 100 wishes.
So Nick is in that right now. So
Yes.
let's go, Nick. Come on, Nick.
Is a Visa gift card or Disney credit?
So he's in his quick start period. Anybody else in their quick start period?
Jenny is. And Jenny just earned her first one. Yay!
Woo! Okay. That's like the most awesome incentive I think we've ever had. I hope this never goes away. Because I got 400 wishes points when I had a PICA qualify. So I thought, okay, it's 400 wishes points. I'm going to get like $50. Okay. It wasn't. It was 200. Disney card. So, of course, down here in Florida, we get our Florida resident passes. So I got my son a pass to Disney. It was a little more than 200, but that really, really helped. So I was expecting it to be $50. It was way more than $50. So I was excited.
Give us a hand raise if you fully understand that system. Yeah? Yay? Is that everybody?
Yeah.
Everybody hand raise? Anybody need clarification on how that works? Oh,
I got you, Nick.
What's your question, Nick?
I think,
I don't understand how the wishes work.
Amy, I got it. I'll show it to him.
basically you sell and you get free stuff. It's awesome.
That's right. You don't have to go to Disney, Nick. You can just get a Visa gift card and you can spend it on whatever your heart desires. So if you want an electronic, you need to get your tail moving and sell during your quick start period, and you can get whatever electronic that you want with your Visa gift card.
So you don't always get Disney, you get Visa. He says, heck yeah.
Or you can help your mom pay her bills.
He says, I'm going to buy shoes.
Okay, see?
And speaking of paying bills, why don't we talk about the best incentive, Amy?
A paycheck.
A paycheck.
Oh, yeah, I forget we even get a paycheck. I get so excited about everything else.
Amy works for Disney only.
I work to stay home.
So guys, when you have those 4 parties a month, and if you meet that $4,000 number, how much money are you getting in your paycheck?
$1,000.
$1,000. What
But if you're-
do you do?
But
What
if
would
you're a
you do?
leader, you get more than $1,000. So that's why you want to promote.
Right. You get 10% more. So what will you do with $1,000 by having 4 parties a month and hostess coaching thoroughly so you can reach that level? Go ahead and shout it out or post it in the comments. I want everybody to comment, 1 or 2 shout outs.
Nick says buy shoes.
Okay, cool.
For
I've heard there's some $1,000 shoes out there.
Oh, he's done picked out like 6 pair of Nikes. I would pay bills.
I would hope I would.
Vacation.
I'll give you 250.
Vacation for Cindy. I don't see any typing yet. Oh, Renee, pay off student loans. Alyssa, closet organizing system. Nice.
Oh, nice.
Build my new shop. Oh, Jeannie, that's awesome. Mortgage and
Mortgage.
summer activities, saving
Yep,
for
save for
vacation.
What did I find,
Who
chat?
else wants to do a shout out?
I do. I am leaving Thursday morning,
Wait a minute.
I can show
a
you.
night in Miami, and then going on a 10-day cruise, going first class. And then we have a mini suite, and it's paid 100% by 31 commissions.
Woo!
She's adopting me. She's my 31 mama.
Oh,
Nice job.
that is amazing.
rock.
Holy guacamole.
She got the plan in her hand.
You got it.
Now-
That's what happens when you work your business.
I did it for something to do. So now I'm unusual. I never wanted to depend on it to like pay my electric bill because I wanted to like it. I didn't want to think if I don't have parties, I can't pay my electric bill and then feel pressure and obligation. I just still really love being out there at the parties and
She
Being
just
around
likes
the
to talk
people.
to me.
yes, I get paid to talk.
I know. Cindy, can you tell everybody what you first did with your money before your vacations all the time? Or maybe you did that because you still worked. What did you do that surprised your husband?
I can't remember. I can't remember. What was it, Aim?
Paid off your mortgage?
Oh, yeah, yes. No, actually, that was kind of like a secret. I knew I was gonna have a forced retirement from my job, and I had 3 to 5 years. So I just put every penny, and then it happened in 3 years instead of 5. So the month I paid it off, next month I got my time in that I could retire. The next month I got the offer, and by the 4th month, which will be 7 years next month, I was out the door, but I was mortgage free.
Wow.
And now I just have fun.
Right.
We
That's
all want to be you when we grow up.
That's definitely a mindset, right?
Yep.
You
Yep.
have keeping it in your mind that you're going to make sure that this stays so high level for you that it's always fun
Yes.
and not a job.
Yes.
Is like you get to do this business. You don't have to do this business.
No.
You get to do this business.
Yep. It is fun.
10 years this year.
I'll be 11 years next month. No, I'm 12 years next month.
Yeah.
I'll be 1 month next month.
Yay.
You're so silly.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
Paula's been working hard. Alyssa.
Yeah. So there's my hand raised.
Yay.
Sorry, yeah.
I see you, Nancy. Michelle Grasecki, you coming back to leadership?
I miss that face. I miss
Yes.
Michelle's face.
That's right.
Agreed.
Rachel, I have to agree with you. Also, Amy Neal is doing one on Mondays at noon for senior consultants walk the stage. That is awesome. I learned something yesterday in the training call that I had not thought about. Less is more, and I utilized it today at a vendor event, and I think it helped me get the products out without overwhelming people. Not to put as much stuff out, leave them wanting more stuff to ask, asking questions about more products, and focus on some of the main key items. Right.
Did anybody get a chance to watch Janet tonight at 8?
I did.
No.
I watched for a few moments.
So that's another great tip, and that is another big idea. And keeping with what Paula was saying about the whole less is more, Janet's solution selling ideas are a lot more fun. So when you go to a party or you go to a vendor show or you're setting up your table, think about setting up your table in vignettes, little solution sets with 3 and 4 and 5 items that match together or complement each other for specific events, tailgating, closet cleanup, grocery shopping, the man in your life, whatever. But that's the whole idea of kind of the less is more and more about solution selling. Give them ideas so that you will help them solve a problem with solution sets. So Paula, is that the way you set up your booth?
Yeah, today I had Nick with me because I wanted him to experience the party a little, or the event a little bit more. So we took just his enrollment kit, and I took some of the close to home pieces that I had. I had others under the table if they asked questions about a specific product, but that was all I put out.
So Nick is a consultant?
Yes, he has joined.
How awesome is that? I love it. So Nick, do you have your 4 parties booked?
Negative.
He has 1 booked so far.
How fun.
My first 3 days.
Well,
It's his first week. He was pretty excited whenever he got his kit.
I'm going to keep an eye on Nick.
Mm-hmm. I have a Nick, and I just had to keep my eye on Nick. It's the name.
How cool.
I did share Julie Tim's video on our Facebook team page and have been all over those selling solutions that she had shown us also. And that is on TOT today, a little bit more about her selling solutions and then her hostess binder. And I shared that paper, the new paper she shared, on my Facebook team, also chiming in from the binder that we already gone over in these calls.
Yes, and you're going to see more from Julie in the next few weeks, not just on Leader Live, but elsewhere. She's going to be sharing all 5 of her solution sets and the words to say and how she talks about them at the party. And you know what we know most of all, ladies, is that women connect to other women through stories, through life events, through tragic moments, through our kids. We're led by the emotions that surround us. That's just how women are built. So whenever you're at a party or out and about, a vendor show, whatever, make sure that you wrap up your presentation in a story. And Julie does that really, really well. When she talks about using her little zipper pouch for her sunscreen and her sun lotion at the beach, she tells the story of, you know, of which one her husband likes, which one her son likes, which one she likes, and the reason why she has to carry a zipper pouch is because she has to carry so many, because everyone in her family likes a different one. That's a story that's relatable, right? Most women know you can't just have one sunscreen for the whole family because everybody's got different likes. So be sure when you're thinking about your party presentation this season, or when you're thinking about going to a vendor show, that you're pre-thinking about some of the conversations that you're going to have around the product that you're using, and using stories to tell the story, because that's what women are going to connect to.
Share for Hostess of the Month Club some ideas that helped me. I have been a consultant for 2 years now, and every time I would try this club, it would never work out. I could never get enough people to do the club. So what I tried doing was creating different graphics through Canva that called it something different. So what I found stuck most with people was calling it a gift club instead of a Hostess of the Month club. And I actually ended up getting 12 people interested. So I filled 2 clubs with that. Now, both of those clubs are over with, and I'm running into the same problem again this time of year. So I've started calling it a rewards club now. And it seems like just that simple change in the name of it is getting different interest, that people weren't even paying attention to it when I called it the Hostess of the Month Club.
So the rewards club, what can you share a little bit about? You're calling it the rewards club. They're going to say, okay, well, what's the reward? What's you know, when someone has questions about why would I join that, what is that? I know you just changed the name, but how are you explaining it?
So I'm explaining it where they have that commitment to spend a certain amount each month. But one of the months they're getting rewards and perks where they would get whatever the hostess would usually get. Those are the perks. But I also would do like a happy mail each month to all of the members. So it'd be something that was easy to mail, like a lottery ticket or something fun like that. And people loved it. It was just something simple. It only cost me $1 for each person, but just
think about that. That's awesome.
Something. Yeah, they liked that. And I've done like the hair ties that have the 31 logo. I think I sent out like I don't remember if I got them at like the Target dollar spot. Anything you find in there is easy. But people liked just getting those little things here and there, and just any perks that I could offer them for being a member. They seem to enjoy those aspects of the rewards.
That's a great tip, Alyssa. I love that idea. Sometimes
great.
changing your seat, changing the name, changing your surroundings. If you were on Leader Live 2 weeks ago with Cindy and I, Cindy mentioned how sometimes you just move your seat, change your surroundings, feng shui your living room. You get tired of the couch over to the right, move it over to the left. Changing the name is brilliant. It's just as simple as that. You change things up. And then Sherry on the call mentioned the Splurge Club, because we also talked about that on Leader Live. It's a new way of thinking about your Hostess of the Month club. I think that came from one of our executive directors too. So Sherry, have you tried the Splurge Club?
I have a group right now called Tidying Up Club, and I'm trying to fill a second club, and I'm calling that the Splurge Club. I haven't gotten any yeses yet, but I'm offering it to everybody, so we'll see.
Very good.
But I'm trying to do an every other month club. At Summit, Jenny Hildebrand talked about how hers are every other month, and but they're really successful, and so I'm hoping that will.
And I kind of like that idea, Sherry. You know why? So the Hostess of the Month clubs tend to motivate transactional selling, when parties are all about relationships and really need to focus on getting back to the party, back to building relationships. So back to being in front of more people to book more parties, to get more recruits. And so many of us have gotten so involved in parties on Facebook and parties through texting that Cindy is asking to have 4 parties a month, and that half of those be home parties again. Many of you started in this era the last couple of years where Facebook is the only way. And so we aren't seeing the growth that we need to see because we're not getting in front of people and building the relationships, connecting one-on-one. Back to the old days where those types of girls' nights were fun and exciting, and you couldn't wait to get out with your friends, right? And touch and feel and see the product. Where on Facebook, you don't have the relationship building, and you can't touch and feel the product. So committing to doing home parties again, ladies, is something that our CEO is asking of us to do. In order for us to sustain this business, in order for this business to grow and 31 to keep growing, we've got to commit to getting back to the home party. And so I love the idea of a Splurge Club, one of those a month, or one home party a month, one Facebook party a month, maybe doing one texting party. A very blended approach to how we run our business. What would happen if Facebook didn't allow us to do parties anymore? Think about that. What would happen if the algorithms just took us down a black hole of no more parties?
I've only had a few ever on Facebook, and it was very uncomfortable for me. I just traditionally like the home parties.
This could be the new reality, that Facebook is changing so dramatically that either you're going to have to pay for using it, which sucks up all your profits, or what would happen if it just didn't exist anymore? Could we sustain our business because we haven't done home parties in a while? My suggestion is that you get out of your comfort zone if you haven't in a while, and get back to doing some home parties to get yourself familiar with doing those again. Because, practice makes perfect, right? We've got to practice to get good at it again because we've gotten away from doing so many home parties.
And that brings you back to the old way that we learned things many years ago of the hostess stacking with the hostess rewards as a way to get others to book a party. They see how much they can get for free with hostess stacking.
So I love that you brought that up, because I did a Giftapalooza mega party at the home office last Thursday night with 3 consultants in the area. We had 85 people show up. They hosted stacked during the party. We gave away lots of freebies, and we had a really fun time. The theme was Flamingo, Let's Flamingo. We talked about it a little bit on Leader Live today, so Sherry showed some photos from that event that I did with these gals. We booked 19 parties. We had 6 new recruits, and the party is up around $5,000 and still climbing. So another way to party is with your friends, local friends, renting a place or just using your church basement or a library where you get a whole bunch of consultants together who bring 10 of their best customers or 5 of their best customers, and you just have a giant party and you do the wow presentation. And hostess stacking was the reason why 19 people booked their own parties, because it showed everyone in the room just how much you could get for free and half price. So you are correct. You can't get that same effect at a Facebook party like you could get that at a home party or face-to-face party.
So how are they how's that person having that party for you? So you ask your VIP, so you ask them when they're in your Hostess of the Month club, you're asking them to actually be a hostess that month? Okay.
Really good stuff here tonight, ladies. Yeah. So Amy and Rachel, do we want to walk away with an action item from the call tonight?
Yes.
Me. Cindy.
Cindy.
Jen and Dana watched it on the way. Jen and Dana already watched it on part of our drive.
Damn.
There's a question on here. Is there a good video on hostess stacking?
So we're working on that right now, actually. We have a team that's going to put together a great hostess stacking video. And then our marketing team is going to do a super speed one. It's going to be really
That'd be fun.
Yeah. So those are coming. The marketing team we're doing two. We're doing a real hostess stacking video, but then we're doing one that's like a super speed. So it's like it looks really cute. It's really fast speed. So you can see the hostess is like stacking it all up, and then she has all this product on her really in super speed. It's really cute.
Yeah,
Send
she
that to me,
also-
Rachel.
Yeah, she also wants us to write down your action steps and to list and post it in the event of what we want them to do. So the 4 new hostesses. Yep. Ah, look at that.
I want to talk about my Friday night party that I had after I listened to Amy Neal's her second of the series of her series, her 31 calls, and she talked about not leaving the party until she had a party. So I had a mother-daughter who was there. I talked about using our organization products to clean out pantries and closets, that type of thing. And near the end of the show, I heard the mother say to the daughter, that sounds like a really good idea. I probably would like that. So as we were going through my one-on-one pink glove service checkout, I mentioned it to the mother about, it's okay for you to have your own party. I've always wanted to have an organization party. You tell me what you want. We have a party. We use your credits then to put towards your organization products. And she was hemming and hawing about it. And then the daughter and her were talking. And normally I would just said, okay, because I didn't want to hold everybody else up. I'll tell you what, let me give you a call later. We can discuss it. But I stayed with it and I said, okay, ladies, let's go over the cons. Why wouldn't you want to have a party? Why wouldn't you want to try to get these things for free? And why wouldn't you want to have some of these same friends over and some new friends? And the other ladies all started talking about every time there was something bad about it, they would all say, oh, we don't care if you have to clean up your kitchen. So what? We're all friends. And they actually talked each other into it. And I ended up with an April show.
Nice.
Somebody who has told me previously in the past, I will never do a show. I'll just come. So that's because of Amy.
So what is her suggestion if no one books a party? You just stay?
Well, she talked about booking seeds and recruiting seeds in 3 parts, beginning, the middle, and then the end. So I actually threw some of them out there and gave personal stories. Mm-hmm. And again, this is somebody I've known for years and has always said I'll never have it. But I kind of just stayed a little longer and involved everyone, and they kind of helped say, yes, this is now the daughter's having it, but it's because of the mom.
So I bring my pajamas
let it go.
in case no one books.
Pardon?
I bring my pajamas in case no one books.
Oh, no. I guess I think
you said I had to stay there.
I think the moral of the story is really try more throughout the whole party so that somebody is ready to do this then.
It's a mindset.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, so there's some valuable tips in Amy's trainings. Guys, it's not rocket science, and it's nothing that you haven't heard before. And it's not anything that we've just reinvented. Amy and I have been here 8 years. These are all conversations and all tips, tools, ideas we've been sharing for 8 years, packaged a little differently. So, back to the basics is exactly what we're talking about. Back to the things that made us successful 5 and 6 years ago when the company was, at its peak. So, so the things that you'll hear from Amy, and then here's the other thing: 1/3 of your team is always brand new. 1/3 of your team is always leaving. 1/3 of your team is always coming. So a third of your team right now has never heard what Amy's sharing or what we're sharing because they're brand new. So it's always going to be fresh to some. It might be a repeat for others. We call it rinse and repeat because it really is the same stuff packaged a little differently. So it's worth the time to, while you're making dinner or while you're driving in the car, to flip it on and just listen to, because you will get a tip out of all of those calls, whether you get 1 or 2 or 4. There's lots of great little nuggets of things that we're rinsing and repeating. So thank you, ladies, for letting me join your call again.
Paula, excuse me. Hey, before we pop off, Amy, I wanted to share my business card that I did because it was a hit today. I did my business card on the very bottom, and it's perforated, and then at the top, attached to it is a wish list.
We can't see it. Put it a little closer. So on the top, she has 31 with Paula, and it says wish list. And then all the way down, and then she has her business card perforated so that she can give this to someone, and then they have her business card also.
That's very cool. Nice job.
Thank you. I'll post it on the team page.
I love it. Okay, ladies, you have some good action items that Rachel took some very great notes, and are you going to post that on your team page, Rachel, so everybody can see that?
I will, and I put the action items right at the top of the planning tool. So if you guys didn't print it out yet, you can print out this one with my notes on it.
And thank you for suggesting to get that out early, Rachel. We're going to make sure that we try to get it out early, early next week.
Sweet.
So.
And May too.
May is actually in the pipeline.
Yay.
Yeah, we want it to be out there 3 in a row, 3 at a time, just like the leader business management tool, which only makes sense. So, work in progress.
I'm just saying, we got 3, 4, 5 leaders in the works on this call, Paula. We need some planning.
Some leaders. I'm telling you, girl. Keep making sure that you're reinforcing it with me so I can keep pushing it up, bubbling it up to the right people.
Awesome.
Have a good night, ladies.
Thank you, Paula.
Thank you for being on here.
Bye, ladies.
Thank you. And Paula,